Hello, I'm Tim Russ. Live long and podcast.
Oh, we still have that up now. See, I told you I'd screw something up. All right. Anyway, there we go. Oh, here we are now. We're here. All right. See, this is what happens when certain people are away and others are set to play. Anyway, I'm Jody Simpson, and here we are on For All Mankind Rewatch Podcast. This is episode number 8 of season 5, which is called Brave New World. And we are in a brave new world because I'm at the helm tonight, because unfortunately Dave has been, he had an international incident and he is unavailable. He's currently in Turkey, and we hope to see him sometime alive again, but we don't know for sure.
He's a fugitive of Interpol.
He's a fugitive of Interpol. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, you know what though? We don't need no stinking Dave. All right. We got enough people here to help us out. And of course, we have everybody's favorite people. And one of those favorite people, of course, is Mr. Positivity himself. That's right. It's Kevin Millard. How are you, Kevin?
I'm all right.
I thought that was your self-intro, Jody.
You know what? That's all there is to it. I don't have a script. I'm not as prepared as Dave. But clearly I'm prepared enough to know where my passport is. But anyway, that's a whole other story. Anyway, but we don't just have Kevin Millard. Like, if we had Kevin Millard, that would just be enough. But you know what? We got a bonus. We got more bonuses. We got lots of bonuses. Not only that, we got Mr. Def Mater.
Do you like my house?
I was about to call you Dave, but you clearly know where you are and where your passport is. So you're good.
Yep. Yeah. And I'm not in Turkey.
And you're not in Turkey, so it's a win-win-win all around for you.
Yep.
All right. Anyway, and of course, we couldn't have a podcast without Mr. Sexy himself, and that, of course, is Adam Woodward.
Hello. You know what I think we identified tonight? That Dave needs to create a training module on how to run this thing. So you're more prepared, Jody.
Are you trying to say that I'm not doing a good job?
You're doing a fine job.
You're right.
With the tools you have, you're doing a great job.
All right. And of course, last but not least, the person who is literally the yin to my yang, and that, of course, is Heather Narduzzi.
There will be a self-evaluation module at the end of the podcast tonight, Jody. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Hi to chat.
I don't think I'm going to score very well, but we'll see how that goes. All right. But anyway.
That's the beauty of self-eval. You can just mark exceeds expectations for everything.
Oh, I do believe I exceed expectations, but the expectations are really low.
The bar is in hell, Jody.
Exactly.
Does Dave rate you at the end of this? Do you get a rating? A report card on your
Oh, I'm sure he'll send a thing in the chat, and he'll be like, "That could have went better, Jody." But again, if he wasn't negligent, he would be here. But anyway.
Listen, lay off Dave Mater. It's not his fault there's been an international incident. Okay?
Yes, it is. It's definitely his fault. It couldn't be his
No.
lovely bride.
Dave's cool. They're having a wonderful time. Hi, Dave and Jane. We love you.
Oh, we absolutely love them, especially Jane. All right. Anyway,
More Jane, really.
just more Jane, less Dave. That would be great. All right. Anyway, he's gonna kill me when he watches this. Anyway, we should probably talk about the thing that we're all here for, which of course is For All Mankind. Not just because we are here for all mankind, because we're on YouTube and we're everywhere, but the show called For All Mankind. So anyway, how do we all feel about this show tonight, guys? Or in this case,
Can I go first?
absolutely.
Please.
The Titan stuff I liked. The Mars stuff I found extremely boring.
It was.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt about the whole episode. I liked the Titan stuff. I thought there was some good acting. There was some good story stuff. There was some conflict there. I could see the acting but the Mars stuff was bloody boring. It was just dragging
Until they
on.
actually launched. Yeah.
Yeah, until they launched. And the ending was kind of interesting, but I was like, the whole build up to it kind of sucked. So it kind of wasn't as good as it kind of could have been.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's how I felt. I don't know about you guys. That was my
Fair
takeaway.
enough. Heather, what do you think?
I liked it. I mean, again, the
Yeah, it was
bar
okay.
is kind of in hell for this show compared to the start, but at least something happened. There was an explosion and some screaming in space. I'm in. Great.
Well, it turns out in space they can hear you.
No, the caption
No,
said
they still can.
inaudible.
Inaudible. Yeah, exactly. All right, and I'm gonna leave Mr. Positivity to the end. So, Adam, how do you feel?
Well, I'm with Jeff. I didn't make 12 minutes before I was dead asleep, and
What?
and then I had
It
to.
wasn't that bad, guys. Come on.
No, I well, I must be tired, but then the phone rang, and then I woke up and I was able to catch the end, which was good. But I had to go back and watch the middle again. So, and I did. So I'm prepared. But man,
Okay.
it's a slow burn.
I feel
Yeah.
like the beginning and end were the important parts of this episode. So if you dozed in the middle a little bit, probably not a big deal.
Yeah,
I didn't, and I'm having trouble remembering what happened in between.
Well, good news. You're here on a recap. So this is going to work out well for you, Kevin. But yeah, no, kind of going with what Jeff said. Yeah, there was some definite slow stuff in that. This was basically a case of when the sandwich is actually the bread is better than the filling. We got a good beginning, good end, the whole middle part, meh. So it was
This guy that's the commander of the Titan mission, though, he was the wrong choice. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't even
one
know how
thing
he got past
and he
screening.
falls the fuck apart.
Yeah. Don't they do psych testing anymore?
Well, hold on. Why is Danny Stevens' kid on that mission too?
Well, because they didn't
So
know
she
was
can
a
get
student.
abandoned and scream in space, Adam. So something fun can happen on this show for once.
No. She said to the guy, her commander there, Sergeant, don't put me on this mission.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he said, listen, we're all screwed up getting the ship.
Yeah.
You
So,
think
they're just making really good staffing choices entirely.
Yeah.
like the
He
Padres
basically
lost
just
a
looked
lot.
at her and went, "Be a man."
Yeah, be a man. The Padres lost a lot when I was a kid. Okay.
That's right. The Padres.
The Padres. We got some chat going on in here too. Heather, you're in charge of chat tonight, by the way.
I am.
It turns out it's
So
only
far,
you.
the chat has been me.
Oh,
Please be sure to rate Jody's hosting skills at the end of the podcast tonight.
I give it a solid 10.
We're on
10 out
a
of 10,
Tuesday.
no
No one's
notes.
expecting us.
Yes, no one's expecting us on a Tuesday. We unfortunately got preempted for hockey, which really isn't an unfortunate thing, but sometimes that happens. And you know what?
Well-
Hockey is more important than a stupid podcast. So
Let's talk about exciting. That was an exciting game. More exciting
we're
than
not
this.
here to talk about
Excitement.
excitement. We're here to talk about For All Mankind. All right.
What
Yeah,
a
my-
perfect segue.
My daddy held on to this plaque for years.
Yeah.
That was good. That was a good opener. Kelly Baldwin made
The
a
opener
good
was
speech.
neat.
liked
I even
that.
liked the conversation with what's her name, the Russian lady.
Irina.
Yeah. You're gonna have to help me with names as always. But yeah, and the ending was pretty good. The last 10 minutes was good of the episode for sure. But you know, there was some interesting. Hopefully, I got some good screenshots of it. Speaking of which, does anybody else have anything to say before we head on into the old coffin that is this podcast that I'm currently hosting? Anyone?
Steer us into the abyss, Jody.
Oh, that's one thing I'm good at, Heather, is the abyss. All right. Anyway, now you're gonna have to bear with me because I only have one screen currently working. So I'm gonna be flipping things, but it might not work out well for this. So we'll see.
I thought you were an IT guy, Jody.
Yeah, I don't have time to fix my own shit.
Sure, that's fair.
It's just like the mechanic's wife's car never gets fixed, right? Same thing. Anyway, all right. So here we are, and we're there. All right. So let me just flip over here. All right. So I'm not gonna be able to see you guys. So let me know if anything I need to view. All right. Anyway, we start off with Kelly. Kelly is currently doing her, I guess, her interview from Titan. And she's basically talking about her dad and the plaque that he carried around from the mission that ended up not happening or not getting there on time. The moon from season 1. So remember season 1, guys? Remember that?
Yeah.
Good times, eh? Good
fondly.
times. Kids dying. Yeah, that was good.
Aw.
Fiction.
All right. Anyway,
season 1. I thought it was season 2. He died.
Was that season 2 they landed? Oh yeah, I guess it probably was. Yeah.
No. Alex. I thought Alex was season 2.
No, Alex was season 3, I think.
Alex is alive.
Yeah, he's alive right now. I'm not confident it'll continue. Anyway, we see everybody from the what did we call it? The Domino's something?
Moxie.
The Domino's
the
Promenade
Dominade.
featuring Star.
The Dominade. There it is.
Dominade.
Everybody at the Dominade is
I love that.
currently looking, and they're all in awe of the fact that this is happening. And of course, Alex is there watching his mom. And it obviously we're seeing that it's kind of uniting everybody, which, you know, these type of things always do, which is handy. And of course, Alex is very proud of his mom, and everybody cheers in the bar. Everybody's great. And then this guy, who I can't remember his name,
Mustache Man.
Mustache Man, that's right. Mustache Man is talking to Alex, and Alex is like, he's like, "Oh, you know, she did well, blah blah blah," and he says something else to him, but I don't really care. Anyway, let's move on. All right, and he's still talking, and then he goes, "Oh," and he says, this was help me out, guys."
So this part is where he says basically like, you're the hero. You've always been the backbone of this place since 03, just like you had our back then, and I'll follow you anywhere. Like they're really pushing Miles as the hero.
Yes. Yeah. Well, he has top billing now. If you notice in the
Yes.
credits, he has top billing. He's the main character now, which is kind of weird when you think about it. But anyway,
Well, he's not nearly
yeah.
as hot as Ed Baldwin, so it's a bummer.
I agree. All right. Anyway,
Even old Ed Baldwin?
even old Ed Baldwin.
How old? Like elderly Ed Baldwin,
Like
or like?
smoking, pissed off with an anklet monitor on him.
No, he was still hot.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right,
Somehow
we
this
clearly
guy
know.
too, though, less problematic. Somehow.
Then Ed.
The guy that then Ed.
Yeah.
Yes.
The guy is literally running a rebellion, and he's still less problematic than Ed Baldwin.
Yeah, he seems even keel.
And he's a better father.
And he ran in the Silk Road there. Not only did he run it, he stole it from someone.
Yes. Yes. This guy is literally a national hero.
And still Ed worse.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the old owner of the bar, who I can't
Ilya.
remember his name. Ilya?
Ilya. Ilya.
Ilya comes to him and he says, "Somebody needs to talk to you, and you're not going to want to hear them, and you're not going to want to listen to them, but I really need you to listen to them." So he finally agrees to it, and it turns out it's this lady, which is
We knew it was going to be Arena. Everybody knew it was going to cut.
we
to
all
her.
knew it was going to be Arena. We know she's pulling the strings now, and I did like this conversation. Now at this point, I think I turned on the captions, but I don't know if it actually captured them. Oh, there they go. They said one of you to surrender. So basically, they're basically saying don't hold out for a little while longer because the regime is about to change, and when it does, you'll have that support, right? And M5 is going to be dissolved, essentially. which is the coalition that currently is running the show, I guess.
M6.
M6.
You missed one M.
You know what? I don't count one of us. I just don't know who it is. But anyway, and this smug bastard, I hate that guy, by the way. And basically, Miles is like, something's fishy about all this. What's going on? What are you not telling me? And he's like, she's like, the embargo of the U.S. and the Soviet economies are in free fall. Like, basically, this is causing a lot of trouble. So this is the only way that this is going to get stabilized if we get some sort of clear direction, right? Take action to show their citizens, basically. So, but they want to stay in power. So one of the ways is to obviously, form a coalition, I guess is a good way to look at it. And then we get over to this group, which happens to be, I guess, the Marines that are going to be retaking the asteroid in the base. And we see what's her name? Crazy Eyes. What's her name?
No, Amber's her mom's name.
I think it actually is.
Her last name's Jarrett. I can't remember her first.
Yeah, they call her AJ. So
yes,
but I don't know what her actual name is. But
I'll just call her AJ.
We'll just call her AJ.
Got it.
All right. But basically, he's just going through the mission briefing, saying, we don't want any, unnecessary fire. You could blow up everything. Blah blah blah. And at this point, I didn't notice this until I re-looked at the screenshots. But we already know that she's kind of uneasy at this point, and I didn't catch it the first time around. But she's already uneasy, right? Like, I think she's already doubting it. And then she walks out. Now, the one thing I will give credit to is the director of this episode. He did a fantastic job with the visual, because there is a couple really cool scenes, mostly with her, actually. Funny enough, with her zooming in and out of that. They used it about 3 times, I think, during the whole episode. But
yeah, I agree with you, Jody. I thought that was great. They captured her like zooming out from her like 1,000-yard stare, and then they did it again later, zooming into her.
Yeah,
she was running on the treadmill that time. I think.
Yeah, to kind of give you the idea of she's following in her dad's footsteps, basically.
But I also find it odd, like, again, the selection of this, this crew, or this I don't know what they are, but the squadron that is going up there, like, why would they send rookies? They got at least two.
Maybe everybody else was busy. I don't know. Maybe they were trying to overthrow another government or something.
It's a long weekend.
Long weekend. There you go.
Everybody's watching the hockey game.
This is the skeleton crew.
Dave's not here to talk with the Marines either.
Yeah, we got our title card, which is indeed yet another book. This is by Huxley, right? Huxley.
Yeah.
Aldous Huxley, you got it.
Yeah. Which, funny enough, is also the reason why Sandra Bullock's character was called Huxley in Demolition Man. Same reason.
Is it?
After that book, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Demolition Man was a great movie, even though it was very flawed, but it was a very good movie. And I like a future where Taco Bell is the only restaurant. I'm okay with that.
We're almost there.
Yeah, we're getting there. Everything will be Pepsi products. It'll be great. Anyway, Brave New World. And this was directed by Dan Liu, which I believe he did the last week's episode as well. And we now get to see, basically, they've now made a new force, essentially, which is, what did they call this? The United
HVC, Happy Valley Corps.
Oh, Happy Valley Corps. That's it.
HVAC.
Yeah. HVAC. Yeah. Happy Valley Corps. So anyway, we see Alex is in the lineup as well, which is kind of odd because he's not a military boy. But,
no, he's a Helios Nepo baby.
Well, and he signed up as a medic, which I don't think he's got the balls to be a medic, but okay.
And this is the guy that Dev has some sort of crush on. Like,
yeah,
what is
there's
why?
some sort of secret love affair thing going on there. But anyway, that's speculation and possibly fanfic that I might be writing. But anyway, a promise to protect. Just kidding. I wouldn't write that. That's terrible. I would make it much more fancier than that. But anyway, a promise to protect and defend the people of this base. She's basically giving this nice little, speech of, we're here to maintain order, but we're not here to overthrow our order. Like we're not here to, be a powerful force. We're more here just to kind of keep the peace.
During this scene, all I could think of was Animal Farm. Like they're creating their own security force. How long until they're corrupt? Like it's all everything. What goes around comes around. Like it's
everything starts out idealistic and it always ends up.
Yeah, and we will lead by with kindness, which I'm sure is something that's been said by many, many dictators and many, many other people who have made their own forces around the world.
If you look around the world, the worst countries always seem to be the ones that are like the Democratic Republic of this.
Yes,
it's like
funny enough. But anyway, we help those who need help, no matter their allegiance, their country of origin, no matter their legal status. Anyone who joins our cause is welcome. You're typical. This is a very typical thing. And then we get into this black and white thing. Returning from this film noir
experimental student film.
Yes, which we get all these different.
Is this Lily Dale?
No, this is Lily
it's Lily Dale's friend who was killed in the Great Flash Mob Uprising of last episode.
The Flash Mob Massacre.
The Flash Mob Massacre. This is why, kids, you should never organize a flash mob.
That's right.
Because number one, it's uncomfortable for everybody, and number two, you could potentially die. So
4 out of 5 flash mobs end in a Holocaust.
Exactly. In the eyes of my fellow youth.
I'm really glad that you have a screen cap of this, because while I was watching it, I was like, no, go back one. I was like, is that like not a perfect, pretentious ass student film sentence right there? In the eyes of my fellow youth trapped here beneath the tubercular sky. All right, girl.
Not only that, but the camera angles that are up the nose and in black and white.
The bar is going diagonally, like
and then she's rubbing all the corn as she's walking through it.
Gladiator.
Can you not hear the lamentations of your children?
See, you say it so much better. I'm just going to let you read them all.
Asteroid, mon amour. Asteroid, my love.
If it's not French, it's not film noir.
She's Russian, for Christ's sake. Why does it have a French title?
And her last name I'll never even attempt to pronounce. Her first name is what? Gosora?
Gosora, I think they said. Gosora.
Yeah, who cares? She's dead. All right. Anyway, move on. And we have Lily Dale crying because number one, she has to use Adobe Premiere, and anybody who's ever used Adobe Premiere knows that you will cry through it.
That's why she's crying.
Yeah, she's like, oh, my friend died, but worse, I'm trying to do this on 16 gigs of RAM and it's just not working. But anyway, that's my little Windows slash for today. And then we see, of course, Alex comes in, and it's clearly not Adobe, but it might as well be. But anyway, actually, I can tell you exactly what that is, but I won't. All right. Anyway, because I don't want to get sued. She never got to go finish her film. Oh, how unfortunate for the world. Can I just say that, guys? Like, I think we're missing a blockbuster here. But
Lily Dale's going to publish it for sure.
Oh, and it's going to be just as crappy. But if it didn't make her do that stupid thing for your fucking birthday, oh, give me a break. Number one, flash mob. That was the big mistake to begin with because you cock blocked the shit out of this kid. I'm surprised he even talks to you at this point.
But listen to that, like what she just said there before in that other slide, previous one. If I didn't make her do that thing for your fucking birthday. Oh, way to go, Alex. It's your birthday. Try to do something nice for you.
Yeah. Way to go, Alex. Get cock blocked and get people killed.
Yeah. You know what? Alex. I was pleasantly surprised though, because I feel like this scene started out with them both being dicks to each other, and then they actually like talked it out and worked it out together rather than being like,
in a way,
rather than just blaming each other, which it started with both.
That's how real relationships work. You get angry and then you yell, and then eventually you make up.
And then you break a phone, and then you mow the lawn.
And then you watch your
That's how
kid
you do
die
it.
At night.
on a bike. All right. Anyway. But anyway, Lily's like, and then Alex is like, well, why don't you get on that transport that's leaving? And she's like, what? You want me to leave? Like, and she goes, oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm not leaving. How dare you even think of this? I didn't get all of it because it was really
He's
boring.
basically like, you're having a nervous breakdown. Maybe you should leave.
Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't be here with you. He's just trying to get rid of her. But anyway, she's
It's not
like,
your fault, your stupid birthday.
Yeah, way to go there, Alex, having a birthday, Mr. Space Boy. But anyway, so she's like, follow me. So anyway, now I took this not for the purpose of showing how awesome it is, but how terrible it is. I don't know what's going on with the CG. Some of these shots are fantastic and others are like garbage. This is a garbage moment. But anyway, you guys think this is a good looking shot?
This is like circa next gen 1984.
Yeah,
85.
this almost looks like it's painted matte painting or something. Like
87, actually.
Yeah. So, but anyway, and then we get this conversation. He's come back to her and said, I just had a meeting with so and so, and she's like, oh, so you're best friends with Irina now, yeah. And then all of a sudden, he tells her like what the plan is, that like they're on their way, kind of thing. And she's like, well, we haven't detected anything. And then she's like, okay, well, but I did like the fact that she thought about it for a second and then she trusted him enough to at least check, right? Like she didn't just blow him off and that was it, like they do in a lot of shows where it's like, I don't trust you, I'm gonna blow off whatever you say, kind of thing. So it was kind of nice that she did that. So it was interesting to see the dynamic between these two as well. And yeah, but basically he's like, well, I noticed you're not on the manifest anymore. And she's like, yeah, no, until the Titan crew gets back, I'm responsible for them. So, I'm not going anywhere.
She's going to die on this planet.
Oh, yeah. We know they're lining her up to death for sure. Now I'm hoping it's a murder-suicide and what's her name is there as well. But that's a whole discussion.
Margot?
Yeah, Margot.
If they get Margot onto this planet just for a murder suey, I'm going to lose it, you guys.
I'm going to think it's amazing. What are you talking about?
Oh, I already think what's happening in that. Don't worry. It's not that. It's not a murder-suicide.
All right. Well, let's save our theories to the end, okay? But I'm interested, though. Looks like Raiders got something. And it turns out they have found a thing with no transponder, and we all know that when transponders aren't on, they're bad people. Hijack planes.
That's true, yes. If we've learned anything from Star Trek, we've learned that.
Yeah, we've learned this, yeah. But anyway, unknown target, no transponder detected, which is interesting. I did like the fact that their radar also shows asteroids and their trajectory and how fast they're going, which is kind of neat. So these three are all foreign items, right? So they're showing the trajectories, which I thought was kind of cool. Anyway, that was just me nerding out. Let's get back to being serious. Okay, anyway, we're not equipped to fight off an invading force, so this is their little kind of powwow.
Jody, first of all, isn't this entire podcast just us nerding out?
I was trying to be more professional about it, though, Heather. All right, come on. Anyway.
Carry on.
But anyway, so they're having this meeting and they're talking about what Miles knows now. And I like what's her name, blonde cop lady.
Boyd,
that's it. Boyd is like, I don't trust her. And I like him coming in. He's like, yeah, I know how to solve this problem. The best way to keep the enemy from landing in your territory is to destroy the runway. Which is true.
You know what? If he had been in charge, he would have just airlocked all the dissenters to begin with, and we wouldn't have had a problem.
True. Very true.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't even have to have another season for this.
That's why he had to be set up for murder. He had to be taken out early.
Yeah, they had to take him out early because he's too smart. And then, of course, what's his name here? Goofy Nuts. He's like, oh, yeah.
Timothy McVeigh over here.
What's that?
Timothy McVeigh over here.
Yeah, he's like, we can use the fertilizer and blow shit up with that.
I read about this thing in Oklahoma one time.
Oh, people died, man.
Uh,
But anyway.
Yes.
Kevin made a Holocaust joke earlier and nobody said anything.
Yeah, I was
about
okay
it.
with that one, but you know,
Uh-uh.
Adams just it broke the line. Yeah, it was too much.
What?
Anyway,
Okay.
just kidding.
Moving on. This
Moving
is
on. Anyway, meanwhile, back in cool ship thing that twirls around in space, we see this. This is the zoom in shot, and we see it, and she's running on the treadmill. I did like the fact that they did the face, and they keep showing us how the Mars is getting bigger and bigger to her view, which is kind of cool. Like she's seeing the kind of impending thing.
Wait, go back one. Her face is reflected in Mars.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't catch that the first time?
I did not.
Yeah, it was cool. I thought that's what I was saying. Some of the actual visuals are pretty cool in this episode. It's a terrible shame that the story in the middle is boring. But anyway, okay. So they're talking about poker and about how this guy keeps losing at poker.
He's gonna die too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, no, he already died. We know that. Anyway. Oh no, he didn't die.
It was a sergeant.
Right. It was the sergeant. Anyway, Golsora, we're just gonna call her Russian film noir lady. So he apparently was with them all at Happy Valley at one point. But the four of us, her, me, Lily, and Alex, so they were all, hanging out and whatnot. We saw him earlier, right? Like earlier in the season. He was hanging out with them, right? At the one point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at the start of the season.
I didn't actually catch that this guy was the same guy. I don't know why I didn't clue into that until just now, but yeah. Anyway, there you go. It just goes to show you how memorable some of these characters are. Just remember which side you're on. And this is a Russian guy. He's basically saying, like, just remember that you're on our side and not on any other side right now. Don't give them any information.
See, again, this is where I question like the choice of like the Marines going on this. Like, why would you put somebody who's so divisive?
Because it's a holiday and this is the skeleton crew. We already discussed this.
Oh, pardon me.
Got it. Adam.
Sorry, I didn't like that.
No, you're totally right, though. Literally, I wouldn't trust anybody with a gun in this current group. Like, not a single one. But anyway, so they're looking through all these plans, and then we get a video conference call from what's his name? I can't remember what he said his name was. He's the guy that was defecting, right?
That's isn't that the what's his name?
No,
the guy who was in charge of the force.
Yes,
he's now. Yeah, what's his name? It's like a simple name. Damn it, I can't remember his name. Anyway, I bet you Dave would know, but Dave's not here because Dave doesn't know where passports are. All right. Anyway, however, yeah, what's his? It doesn't even say on there, does it? No, it doesn't. Okay. Anyway, he's basically saying, we're in good shape, blah blah blah. And then, meanwhile, on Titan, better known as the planet that Jeff really wants to go to. Well, it's actually a moon, I guess, technically, but Jeff, you made mention how amazing it looks, right?
It looks just as nice as Turkey at this time of year.
Palmer,
yeah,
by the way,
Palmer, that's his name. You're right. But anyway, so now they're discussing the fact that they landed in the wrong spot, which I guess would make sense considering they kind of did an emergency landing. But they're 20 kilometers away from where they're supposed to be, which means that their EV as well as various other supplies will not make it for them to do the expedition that they need to do to go to the place where the marker is, because they have a probe that's sitting there right now, right? So anyway, and they all kind of look back as they're discussing all this at Goofy Nuts there, still trying to figure out what happened. Again, this commander is literally one of the worst people I've ever seen. He really gives that guy that ran the Pegasus a run for his money.
Commander Admiral Eric Pressman?
Yes, Pressman. He's a dick.
But Kelly was the whole reason that he's feeling bad and why he thinks he's a screw up.
Yeah, and in the scene where they're talking to each other, like she looks like she's gonna fess up, and then she doesn't. right?
Because he advocates command immediately.
Yeah, he's like, oh, by the way, this is yours now.
And she's a complete Baldwin.
Totally. I really thought, and I'm sure you will all agree with me, that she was definitely on the verge of telling him, and it was almost out of her mouth when he said, I want you to take command. And then she was like,
yeah,
great.
Now, I purposely grabbed this screenshot of her grabbing his hand because I wanted to stir a fire with Heather about how these two are going to have a romantic affair later. So anyway, so this is where baby number 2 is coming from, just so you know.
No. She only fucks competent Russians.
Yeah. She has a type.
Oh, she has a type. Okay. I'm not sure how we know that, but anyway.
If anything, it'll be the other guy that's there with them.
But she's like, you really got to lead, like, you can't be this goofy idiot who's just sitting here trying to figure out what went wrong. Like we're in the situation now. We have to deal with it, not figure out what happened earlier. Right. Like, you got to lead this group. The thing that was more surprising about this screenshot was the fact that this guy's married. Like, can you imagine his wife having to deal with this guy?
No, because she sent him away for 2 years.
Yeah, well, that's true. She probably encouraged him to go because he's
all the families did. You guys got to go, Kelly.
Yeah, you guys need to leave. Yeah, for sure.
Aleda's family. Okay, bye.
Yeah, Aleda's like, yeah. By the way, yeah, her kid's like, oh, well, you're gone. I'm gonna drive your car. Okay. She's like, no. I don't blame her. I wouldn't let my kids do it either. Anyway, he's like, yeah, you're right. Oh, by the way, it's not okay. Yeah, no, I'm definitely at fault here. And by the way, you're now the commander. So, but there's a lot of extra talk in here, which we don't care about that much, do we?
That's the gist of it.
That is really the gist of it. So anyway, we're back over on the good old Mars, and they're trying to get their game plan here, and they're like, well, we could destroy it. He's like, we'll just load up a hopper with all the explosives. We'll fly it on over there. We'll put a timer detonator on it, and then we'll fly out with the other hopper that's sitting there.
Good plan.
Yeah, I don't think it really is that good of a plan, but I hope you're being facetious, but I'm not sure
it was really simple.
It's not a good plan. How did they know the other hopper was there?
They probably have an inventory, Jody.
But they have no communication with that.
Why not?
Because they said they didn't have any communication with it. Did they not, or am I missing something?
I don't know. Yeah, I think you know where your hoppers are.
You always have to know where your hoppers are, Adam.
I know where mine are.
You know where your hoppers are? All right. Anyway, and I like how both of them are like, yeah, this is crazy. This is a terrible plan. And then Miles is like, well, at least you guys agree on something. Anyway. I love the look that she gives him. She's like, are you fucking serious? Fuck off, dude. And she's like, oh, yeah, no, that's a great idea. Yeah, so basically, Boyd, right? Boyd. Yeah, Boyd is like, yeah, no, I'm going to go. Not the people that you've picked. I'm going to do it. And she goes, I got nobody. I'm literally by myself. All I have is a vibrator to my name. And, that's it. So I should go. I don't have any family. I'm fine. And then Goofy Nuts there, the other guy. What's that guy's name?
Lenya.
He's like, yeah, I'll go too, because he was a former pilot. So
he was a former pilot. His wife was forced to denounce him, and his son
hasn't called him in a month.
Yeah.
So
and he's suddenly super trustworthy.
Well, he's going to be the next premier of the Soviet Union. You know that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. He's going to be running the show. This is all to get himself in better placing.
With his
are you crazy? It's suicide. My wife, my son, I invested in like you all. And then we get another picture of crazy lady. And this one is again her on the treadmill. All right. And we see her and she starts really ramming up the speed of the treadmill. Like she's just absolutely.
Well, she didn't really it's only going 9 kilometers an hour. And I know Dave's not here with us. It says 7 there, but
but she's also increasing that's the incline she's increasing. So it's not actually.
We need Dave to comment on this and his running.
Yes, because Jody, the fat fuck, would have no idea how to use it.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
That is what he said. Word
I know
for
that's
word.
exactly what he said.
Oh boy,
I could see it in his eyes. Anyway,
Kevin, please chime in here.
Kevin just muted
it's
his
incline,
mic.
right?
Yeah.
It's incline. I know what it is. It's incline. Anyway, because the dots represent how high of an incline it is.
All right.
The red dots represent Mars. It's a metaphor, Jody.
Oh, is it? Okay, fair enough. All right.
Anyway. I just like how they were using the size of the planet in the window as a marker of time.
Yes. Yes,
It
I
kept
really
getting
did
bigger
like that.
every time it went back.
Which I don't think I actually caught the second. Oh yeah, well, technically we can still see it here, right? Like it's pretty big now. Yeah, we see her, and then she eventually goes to her commander after she does this huge, crazy maneuver on the treadmill. And she's like, I don't think I'm up for this. This is a bad idea. And he's like, oh, is this about your dad? Oh, by the way, I read your file. And she's like, most of us have fucked up families. I don't want to let the team down. So anyway, he's like, yeah, no, you're coming. It's fine. I didn't get all of it, unfortunately, but yeah. And he's like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, okay, fine, I'll go. So she's obviously now over it because that's how TV works. Anyway, meanwhile, back on the awesome pleasure planet known as Titan, we have this goofy ass who's like, is there something wrong with the rover? No, it's the team. My team is a bunch of uncoordinated idiots. And the only guy who I actually need is the crazy guy who's not in command anymore. And that's you. She didn't actually say it that way, but that's what she meant. But anyway, she's like, I'm the acting commander on this mission. So now I'm going to pull rank and I'm going to tell you have to be a part of this mission. And because he's the only molecular biologist or something.
There's that, but there's also the fact that he's trying to figure out what she did to take the Sojourner down.
You see, I never even caught that, but yeah, that makes sense. She's trying to cover her tracks too, right?
She's trying to get him off that track,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I never even read into that, Adam. Thank you, because I totally didn't catch that, and I probably should have. Yeah, but I'd be negligent just to let you set this out.
But
I told you.
She's got to be thinking, man, this guy's an idiot. Like how he's not even suspicious of her. He just thinks like, oh, I screwed up. And
well, the best thing is, even though she's not biologically a Baldwin, she is in every other aspect. But she has the same. She has that I'm gonna lie to get my way gene that other Baldwins have had. So that's good. I'm glad that she's following the footsteps there. So. Because she's literally just trying to get her anything. But she's like, yeah, by the way, we're leaving in 30 minutes. We've got a plan. We're going. That's all there is to it. And he's like, oh, okay, I guess. And then we get this. Now, if there's any point in this entire video that I wanted to skip so badly, it was this song.
Really? I actually really liked it. I thought
Did you?
It was,
okay. Well,
yeah, I
good.
thought it was good. I thought it was a good performance. And also, that's like a centuries old tradition of protest songs,
Of course,
I thought it was good.
All
And
right.
I don't know if anybody noticed, but this song also played over the end credits.
Yes, but it was sung by a woman instead.
That's great. Yeah. Did anybody else like this song? I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Okay,
this was good.
So it's just me. I'm an ass. All right.
Fine.
Anyway.
High praise from Kevin.
That's right.
Fine is actually pretty high praise from Kevin, just so you know. Anyway.
Gave it an Oscar.
Did you want to sing it? I got all the lyrics here.
No, thank you.
Come on, Heather.
Promised a new life and here on Mars.
No, it says light years away.
That's how it went.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
We'll
just skip past this.
It's the abridged version.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but anyway, he was really rocking. He was kind of giving me the guy from Park and Rec vibes.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, Chris Pratt when he was in Parks and Rec, he was kind of giving me that vibe. Which in a way was good.
That he still had his high vis vest on.
Why are they wearing high vis vests inside right now?
Because in space, no one can see you unless you have high vis on.
He's a working man.
There you go.
He's a union man.
That's
just the fashion on Mars.
Yeah, so we see them loading up all the fertilizer bomb canisters, and they got them all strapped in because if they shake too much, they'll blow up. Just so you know. But I did like this. I did like all of this part. I thought the two of them were pretty fun to watch. I like the whole engine cutting out thing, which is kind of neat. They I guess got hit by electrical storm or electrical lightning or something.
Lightning, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, she's like, "Yep, nope, we're ready to go." He's like, "Okay, see ya. I'm not going, thank God." Then Moxie Hopper ready for launch. And she's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess we're doing it. You're cleared. Let's go. And we got to see some good shots of the Hopper. Now, this is a good CG shot. So what was the difference between those two scenes? Because this is good.
One was CG and the other was a matte painting circa 1987.
Okay, fair enough. I was expecting to see little distorted people walking around. But anyway, didn't see that. But anyway, we got some pretty cool shots, and they are going up in a big, massive storm. So everything's really bad, and they're hoping that things won't go bad. But we get to see some really good shots of the Hopper. We don't really get a clear shot of the Hopper in most scenarios, right? So it's kind of neat to see it. And of course, we get to see all the explosives again. Now they did have time to actually put all the labels on. I thought that was handy. So unless these are pre-done, maybe, but I thought they had to mix things. Weren't they planning on mixing two things?
Listen, even in space, you have to follow WMIS regulations.
Fair enough. Fair enough. She's like, "Oh, thank God I put those labels on. Oh, we won't get nailed." And then they start getting interference on their displays, and the thrusters are no longer working. And now they're about to go into a free fall. So now they're trying to figure out what they're gonna do. And they're trying to restart the engines, blah, blah, blah. And they're getting really shaky up there. And apparently, if they're anything past yellow, this stuff can blow up because, we need tension, I guess. I love the duct tape, by the way. I thought that was impressive. So, Anyway, but we see they're going up, and they basically reboot the system. And they managed to get the thrusters back online after they turned them off and cold start them again. So they fell for a couple seconds and then they went back up again. And then we got to see this really cool shot of it breaking past the storm.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a really cool shot they did there. I got a couple of them, and then we got to see them go into the atmosphere. Well, what there is anyway. And then he looks at her and he's like, "Yeah, that was a fucking ride." And everybody's happy because they're back and now they're on their way. So anyway, and then we get to see this cool shot of Mars and the asteroid flying by. And we get to see the zoomed in base shot, which I don't think they've showed us this before, have they?
They have not.
Ever seen it? Yeah, I don't think they did.
I don't think so.
But basically, this is the refining plant that they've built on the asteroid, and they're about to try to destroy the ability to land on this to be able to do it, which I don't think would actually stop them, but that's a whole other discussion. Anyway, we start to see the Marines. The Marines are now there. Which is news to us. We didn't know they were there yet, but apparently they are, and they're currently going through the complex. And basically after that, they land, they do their little docking thing, and they've brought it down. Now at this point, we don't see the other Hopper. Now I'm sure that's intentional, but anyway. But anyway, this is the Hopper that's rigged to explode, so they're going to get out, and as they're getting everything ready, they get the bomb tagged up, and they're heading out. And these guys are looking around, and they notice that there's a ship sitting on the docking bay, which isn't supposed to be there. And they're like, "What's going on?" And again, we're seeing the docking bay, but only one Hopper. So I'm trying to figure out why the second Hopper, even though it was right in the shot later on, is not there right now, which is kind of annoying. So anyway, I'm sure it's an angle shot, but anyway, I still think that they didn't know it was there. Anyway, they're using extremely long guns for some strange reason. I don't know why you would use these in close quarter combat, but apparently that's just makes things look cool. But they do have those cool magnetic boots from Undiscovered Country, so I'm glad that they had those. So that's
First Contact, bro.
No, Undiscovered Country, which came out before that, had them.
Yes, but I like First Contact better.
You like
So-
First Contact better than Undiscovered Country? We cannot talk to each other anymore.
This
You
is
were
about
wrong.
For All Mankind. Let's
Anyway.
table that for
All right,
now
all
and
right,
fight
all right,
about
all
it
right.
later.
I'm very disappointed, Heather. Anyway, but we get to see these magnetic boot things, and they're walking around with these super long rifles, which still makes no fucking sense in close quarters. But anyway, and they have now figured out that the other hopper has been rigged. And they're like, whoa, hold on. This is a bomb. I like how the bomb has a test button. I love that. That's cool. Anyway.
And just so you know, it also has a system reset button, which nobody attempted to press.
No, that says system fault.
It says system fault.
It didn't say reset. Oh,
It does.
It does
not.
have an on-off switch though. That wouldn't have been.
it does too. You're right.
It might have been worth a try to turn it, you know. That's a good point. I never noticed that. Yeah,
We need to get the fuck out of here. No. Just turn it off,
click.
guys.
She's like, click. See, it works like a sauna jet.
You had 4 minutes.
And then you give him the line, assimilate this.
Yeah.
With your big long gun. All right. They're like, they need to get the fuck out of here. And as they're kind of going through, these guys are getting set to leave. And she all of a sudden looks over and she's like, I can see, which apparently I've missed it, but there was a scene where you could see like the flashlights moving around in the hopper. And she's like, somebody's in there. And it's like, oh, it looks like there's soldiers already on site. And we're, oh, yes. The comms person who wasn't doing anything until just now says, oh, yeah, by the way, I am picking up scrambled traffic. Probably something you should have told them about earlier, but, you know, whatever. Anyway, who am I to judge? Well, I guess I am here to judge, but anyway. And he's like, can we turn off this detonator remotely? Miles is like, no, there's no on-off switch, silly goose.
Silly goose.
Yeah. What are you doing? We have to warn them. And he's like, we got like 30 seconds or we're going to die. Like, it's time to leave. So she ends up, as they're taking off, she ends up actually hitting like the emergency comms. And she's like, anybody who's here, you got like 2 minutes before this thing blows up, or 30 seconds or whatever. And we suggest you leave. And they take off. And we see these two guys using a tether for some strange reason. I'm not totally sure why they're doing that. But like, did they climb over this to get there?
I guess.
Or is this their like way to get out? I don't get it, but anyway.
Unclear.
It's unclear, but I will say it does lead to one of the coolest shots I've seen in a death in a while in this show. But anyway, and hopefully I got screenshots of that. But anyway, we see the explosion happen. Seems kind of small. I'm not sure that was as effective as they thought it was going to be.
No. They were just trying to destroy the landing platform, right? So they didn't need to destroy.
What, they can't land somewhere else?
Apparently not.
You can't just land and walk?
No, well, maybe, but they had the hard seal. Remember, it came up underneath, and so they could.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, you're right. But anyway, they see it all blow up, and they're like, "The platform's gone." But you know, those people are surely dead.
Okay, so let's recap on something here.
Sure.
You know, they try to do the dance party in the biosphere, and you know, Dev tries to do something to sabotage them, and somebody dies. Now these guys try to blow up a platform. Somebody dies. They can't do anything right.
Yeah. It seems
Well,
they're
the idea
not...
that they thought their coup would be bloodless is crazy.
Yes.
Has there ever been a coup that's bloodless?
Maybe.
so.
We didn't hear about it though.
Probably not, because it wasn't then a coup at that point. But anyway, we see AJ. Was it AJ? Yeah.
Yes.
AJ.
Avery. Her name's Avery.
Oh, Avery. I think you're right. I think it is Avery.
Yes, it is.
Anyway, I'm still going to call her AJ. So anyway, AJ, because that's what one of the other guys called her. We see her in her suit. It's got some debris on it. She kind of wipes it off a bit. We can then see her face. And she's like, oh, shit, something happened. And she looks over at her sergeant. And her sergeant is clearly dead. There's the exit hole, which I thought was fantastic.
It was very cool. I was watching this part like, because I was afraid he was going to be, on fire inside.
But
his
it looked like a
suit.
bullet hole. right?
Yeah.
But it's probably just like some debris that shot through, right? Like I get that, but it's still. Why would you make it look like a bullet hole? That's kind of weird. Unless it was a bullet hole.
It's just shrapnel.
I'm sure it was. But anyway, we basically see her just fucking lose it, and then we go to black, and that was it. And now I've apparently reached the end of the last document. All right. So anyway, that is the screenshots, guys. How exciting, huh? Heather, do you have the ratings thing that you can bring up?
I do. I'll get it
for
you.
Can you get that ready?
First, though,
yes.
What's next?
Well,
sexy fun facts with Adam. Woo woo.
I had to make you big for that intro there, so
thank you.
There we go. We're now where we should be, and of course, that is sexy fun facts with Adam.
Let's go. Okay, so let's just recap a couple of things. So Kelly's emotional speech on Titan were actual words from the Apollo 11 lunar plaque, "Became a peace for all mankind." According to cast commentaries, the writers intentionally use this to tie in Kelly's moment to Ed Baldwin's legacy in the show's alternate history roots. So even in death, we can't get rid of Ed. Yep. Okay.
Not much to say.
No.
That one.
The Helios bar reaction was designed as a Mars identity turning point. So the cheering crowd, including Kelly's son, wasn't just a feel-good movement, but actors explained that this scene actually was crafted to show the birth of a true Martian cultural identity, something the colony had lacked all season. Celia Boyd's sudden pride, "Mars did that," was written at the moment she fully embraces being a Marsie, or Martian, I guess.
Jody is doing well, except for the Dave Mader slander. A module can be workshopped. Thank you, anonymous commenter, for your feedback.
Wait a second. He goes by Super Dave Mader?
It's 4:34 where he is.
4:34
a.m.
Where is he? He's in Turkey. Do you know why he's in Turkey?
Because of an international incident.
An international incident.
Go back to bed.
Yeah, jerk. Nobody needs your comments. Anyway, let's move on. Sorry.
According to this, episode 8 introduces the biggest geopolitical twist of the season. Basically, because Irina, who's been crafting her little web, secretly pushes an alliance between the Soviet Union and the Martian revolutionaries against Earth. And this is the first time that it toys with the idea of Mars becoming an independent geopolitical power. Mm-hmm. Which is kind of weird because they still have to be fed by Earth. And I'm sure,
yes.
I guess,
yeah,
they're not a completely sovereign, independent nation without.
Yep.
Well, all the countries on Earth really actually need each other, so it's the same kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess. Is Dave really up? Oh my gosh! Okay.
Yeah,
he's live commenting, so yes.
Dave, we appreciate you.
I wonder who wrote that one.
Jody.
Yeah, it was obviously me.
One criticism of this episode they talk about is actually that the economic collapse on Earth is not highlighted at all, very well at all. Irina talked about Russia being in economic free fall. Clearly, there's some really bad things happening, and they've done a pretty good job actually until now, showing what's going on Earth, but this one did not, in my opinion, fell short.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
And then just a couple other things. The Helios bar crowd mirrors the season 1 NASA viewing room shot. So basically when the bar erupts in applause, it was the same as the season 1 mission control celebration. Celia's Mars did that moment is framed like a propaganda poster. The lighting and angle on Celia when she declares Mars did that are deliberately heroic and a visual echo of Soviet and NASA propaganda posters. I want to go back and watch that now.
Yeah.
Aleda has done very well at staying completely out of choosing sides. She has no SDM insignias. She has no Earth flag. She has no Martian symbols at her desk or her workspace.
Is that all the fun?
No, I've got.
Or the facts?
More fun.
Or maybe both?
Yeah, I guess we can wrap it there, but
I was kidding, but okay.
yeah.
All right,
So
well-
let's go away. Irina's scenes hide. Basically, she behind her on the map. There's the USSR is still intact. Mars is marked with a red outline. This visually shows the twist in plot. You know, where she is planning her Soviet-Martian alliance against Earth. So there you go. Let's rate.
She's the puppet master.
She is the puppet master.
Oh.
We thought that it was going to be Lena's wife, but it's not her.
Yeah. So Heather, do you got that screenshot ready?
I
Oh,
sure
yeah.
do.
Oh, look at that. Awesome. Can you make it a little bit bigger?
Can I embiggen it?
Yeah, just zoom. There you go.
Enhance.
Enhance. All right, Brave New World. I guess I'll start this off. This is a hard one because I didn't mind last week's episode, even though I don't think it was great. Was this better? I'm going to say it was actually a little less. So I'm going to say 6.5.
6.5 for Jody. Up next is Adam. What is your rating, sir?
I liked it better after talking to you guys about it. But it was still really boring in the middle. So I'm going to go with a 6.5 as well.
Okay. Dave
Dave's not-
is gone to bed, apparently. Kevin, what's your rating?
5, I guess. It's worse than last week.
5. I'm gonna give it I would give it a 6.5, but I did really like the ending, so I'm gonna give it a 7. What do you think, Jeff?
I'm a 4.5.
4.5.
Woo!
This is Jeff's low rating. No, never mind. He
It's
gave
not
the
the
hard.
lowest.
It's not the lowest.
First two were lower.
There have been some stinkers this season. Okay, that gives us a combined average of 5.9. Right.
IMDb is currently with what, 4 days in? 5 days? Well,
8.1 average on IMDb.
Came out
which
on
is a
Friday,
Combined
so
average of
this is-
7.
This is not an 8.
I'm sure Dave's vote will bring us up.
Yes, he'll give it a
It
9.
always does. Dave, the eternal optimist.
Yes. Oh God. Yes.
we're not sure why, but he is.
You got all the positive, optimist genes. I got all the skeptical, negative genes.
There you go. Well, thank you very much, Heather. Appreciate that.
My pleasure.
All right, guys. Any final
Dave
parting
says,
ways?
I haven't watched it yet, but these ratings are hyping me up.
Go to bed.
Make
why
sure
you
you have
can't
sleep.
sleep.
Dave. Just
so
make
excited.
sure you're well rested when you start this episode because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
will fall asleep if
Yeah,
not.
because you're gonna fall asleep. in
Had
the
a good
middle.
night's sleep. That's why you're so hyped.
If you want to just play the first 6 minutes and then the last 7, you pretty much
Yeah.
have the whole episode. It's
14 minutes. That's all you need.
fine. That's all you need. You're fine. All right. Any other closing thoughts other than Dave's completely nuts?
No, that's a
It
good.
shouldn't
That's
be up
good.
to sleep.
That's good.
That's it. We're just gonna end on that.
You know what we've only got 2 more to go. It's excellent.
And then another season.
Yeah, but right, we got a break. It's good.
We do get a break though.
Yeah, they'll turn it around in the last season.
What are we
I'm
What
sure.
are we gonna do when this ends? What are we gonna?
I don't
do
know. Watch a
on
show
Mondays?
we like.
Like what?
First Contact.
As long as we can watch Undiscovered Country first,
All right.
'cause it's
All right.
better.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Wrap it up, Jody.
Wrapping
we
I
talking
shall.
about doing Babylon 5 on Mondays.
oh, he can fuck
What?
himself. Anyway, I mean that's great for him, and I hope everybody watches. And
Dave
I'm gonna get
says,
fired.
I'm living with a bunch of boomers who go to bed at 10 p.m., so I wake up at 4.
Well, yeah.
Like he doesn't do that already. Come on, he's probably up running at 4 a.m. Knowing him.
Oh,
Uh,
Dave, did you tune in for the treadmill question?
I don't think.
Answer us in the comments.
We don't care. All right, let's wrap this up before Dave gives more comments because He's going to eventually tell me how bad I am. Anyway, thank you for tolerating me, everybody. And
Jody, you did fantastic work.
Jody, thank you, Adam, even though you're such a liar.
Let's all rate Jody's.
Oh, do we have to rate me? Okay, let's rate me.
Everyone rate.
I'm going to give you a 10 because I feel I deserve it. So let's see you guys bring it down.
No, I give you a solid 8.5. You
thank you. I'll take that.
Met expectations on a highway,
8.5. High praise from Adam.
Jody and I, we connect. Jody's a good guy.
You've always been one of my favorites, Adam.
Thank you.
One of my favorites.
Not the
I'm going to give you a 9.5 because you hated the song, but then you changed your mind when everybody else liked it.
Well, I didn't change my mind. It's just not for me. I
Well,
still
that's
think it's
fair.
a terrible song. But
All right. Well,
you know
I give you a 10 then.
But I also appreciate the fact that my taste in music is not the end all be all taste of music. So there you go. Kevin, give me a low
what's
score.
your rating of Jody?
Kevin's like solid 5.
Well, just because I can't be as optimistic as Adam, I'll give him an 8.
Okay, thank you.
Jeff?
I'm gonna go. I'll be the low score, 7.5.
7.5. All right. So I'm still averaging what? I'm averaging what? About an 8.5, I guess.
8.5.
8.5.
Tough crowd, bro.
Hey, you know what? That's still
good.
better than this
No, I rate Dave a 4. So
you rate Dave a 4. I don't know.
So
if
Dave will come in and bring up the average.
Yeah, Dave will come up and be like,
he'll give you an 11, and then so everything will balance.
You just got a well done from him.
Well done, Jody and all. Miss you all.
We
and
miss you
I didn't
immensely.
post this, but he said, not you, Jeff, and you're 4.
Oh, that was nice.
I'm crushed. When I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have a hard time sleeping in Canada. Yeah. Anyway, enjoy your time there, Dave. We do miss you, and I missed you even more when I was taking all the screenshots because I don't have to do that normally. So that sucked. Anyway,
It's a lot of work.
all right. Anyway, guys, have a great night. Everybody keep safe. Dave, come home. We miss you. Jane as well. Make sure you bring Jane with you. That would be helpful as well too. All right. Anyway.
One more thing to add before we end transmission. We will not be doing our TNG podcast this Thursday as regularly scheduled because we are waiting for our captain to return from Turkey. So we will see you next week for All Mankind on Monday and TNG Reunion, the introduction of Alexander that everybody is so stoked for on Thursday.
See, that's such a terrible episode for me because I love the episode, but I also hate it because of Alexander.
No,
so
it's great.
like it's you get to see what's her name,
Susie Plaxton. We love her.
Gorgeous girl. All right. Anyway, everybody have a good night, and all right, Heather, you can do it.
End transmission.
Beam up some Star Trek content with Live Long and Podcast. A roundtable movie discussion with Hey, did you see this one? And take a peek into the darkness with Heard Noise, Must Investigate with Michael Chan. Watch us duke it out on trivial debates. And let's chat about TV with the Super Mario Brothers. It's all here on the United Federation of Podcasts.